back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? We're in uptown Yereskippu and we're heading downhill towards the blue Mediterranean Sea. I've got the window open a little bit because I'm smoking a big boy cigar. I don't think life can get much better, to be honest. I'm driving in the Big Cat. She's known as Purdy. She's smoothing out the undulations in the road for one or two of you superstars that come back to the show now and again. Perhaps if your name is Lord Marcus of the Tesla, yes, he's noticed. And of course, if you're in downtown South Wales, Lord of the Lee, he has noticed. And of course, a big shout out to all of you guys that keep coming back to the little channel known as Marika and me. And we do thank you all from the bottom of our two hearts. And we'd like to say a big thank you and a massive shout out to all the guys from Travel Trolls TV. Thank you very much indeed. One or two of you have popped over and watched one or two of our videos, and it appears that one or two of you have subscribed as well. Thank you very much indeed. A massive thank you to the guys at Travel Trolls TV. If you have not seen them, go and hunt them down, because to be honest, I find them hilarious. I really do. I think they are absolute superstars and they are legends in the YouTube world. And of course, we had the great honour to meet them on the streets live in downtown Paphos Promenade. And then, even though they got a pizza and a pork kebab and they were going to go back to their apartment and eat it, they decided to come and sit and have a chat and have a drink or two before they went back and watched the football. And we thank you very much indeed for that. And hopefully they're going to come and join us again in the Pelican restaurant, and I'm going to offer to buy them din-dins. I understand their stomachs are a little bit upset at the moment, so perhaps just some drinks, but if they want something to eat, whatever it might be, lobster, whatever it is, that will be on Mr. Paul. That's a big thank you. And we believe that we are friends for life. Like you guys have come back and watch, we understand lots of you, we don't see you that often. Big shout out to Lady Heather and Sir Steve. They're literally, as we speak, on a big bird heading back to the UK. But don't worry, they're going to get back on a big bird in November and come back, and we're going to do it all over again. Absolutely fantastic. And they joined us twice in the Pelican restaurant, drove all the way from downtown Coral Bay. We do thank you very much for that, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you again very soon indeed. Big shout out to Lady of the Kerry in downtown Cornwall, and of course the greatest sound man in the world. Yeah, he's got great ears, is what I was going to say. Of course, that's our Lord Tony, and they're getting ready, they're getting excited, because they're going to Paphos in September. Who else is coming in September? Well, I'll tell you. Lord Andy of the Land Rover fame. Of course, he's got a girl in his life. That's ours and his, Lady Ness. And of course, if they're coming, that must mean the girl in charge of the show is coming as well. Yeah, our Dame Anne. She's she's recovered from visiting Cockermouth, and apparently she had a visit from a big peacock as well. So hopefully that'll bring a tickle to the face of Mark of the peacock. He's a lord, by the way. And of course, his girl, Lady Cheryl. And we thank you for gifting us coffees, and we thank you very much indeed for being one of our superstar members on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. On that note, if you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of our complete and utter madness. And if you'd like to keep the channel afloat, do you want to pop some benzene in the tank? Perhaps buy us a hot latte or two. Why not go and hunt us down on that Buy Me a Coffee platform? Of course, that's how you could gift us that virtual coffee or two. Just Google these magic words, Marika and me, buy me a coffee, Marika and me. Up will come our landing page. Boom! Of course, you'll be able to read that, a little bit more about us, and of course, a comment or two. And if you wish, gift us that coffee. And of course, you could even consider to join us as a superstar member. What do you get? I'll tell you what you get, a special title. You get yourself that little bit closer to Marika and me, and of course you get access to the privileges on the little channel known as Marika and me. Basically discounts and free bits and bobs in and around Paphos. So what's new on the channel? Well, obviously Receiver Booth, that's Marika, the most beautiful woman in the world. She's back from her little adventure, and last night we were sitting in the Pelican restaurant with Lady Anne and of course Sir Alan. Big shout out to Lady Denise, by the way, and Sir Trev. And they'll be coming back to Paphos in September. But as we speak, of course, Denise's mum, Lady Anne, and of course Sir Alan are in town, and they joined us last night, and We had a good chinwag, by the way. Steve and Heather were there as well. But at the same time, in the background, something was going on. A big football match. Now, I'm an England fan, don't worry, don't get me wrong. But of course, you'll see me out the booth, the most beautiful woman in the world. She's half Georgian and half Armenian. For those of you who perhaps don't know, Georgia, how do we say it? They handed the bottom to seniors from Portugal. So there we go. So it was huge celebrations. And I think I've got a frog or two in my throat today, rather. I'm still, well, lacking in sleep. We actually got to sleep last night at about 4:30 in the morning after talking about the travel trolls and talking about, obviously, Georgia playing Portugal and all the people we've met over the last few months. And we'd love to meet each and every one of you, by the way. So it would be rude if you see us in the Pelican restaurant with other people. It would be rude not to come over. So don't forget to come and say that big hello. If you want to sit down and chew the fat, perhaps like Lord of the Andy and his girl Lady Sarah from downtown in Bolton, pull up a chair. Let's chew the fat. Let's get to know each other that little bit better. And if there's anything that we can do for you, perhaps if there's somewhere you want to know or information, you drop in those comments and we'll do our very best to give you that information. And slowly but surely we are visiting more and more hotels and apartment complexes and those kind of things. So if there's somewhere that you'd like us to go, drop it in the comments, perhaps give us a coffee or two. And guess what? That video will be coming very soon indeed, especially for you. Now, we are heading down towards downtown Cato Paradise. This is the tree-lined avenue. Lots of people know it. Perhaps if your name is Lady Maggie, she's getting on a big bird very soon indeed, and she'll be residing in downtown Paphos, and hopefully one evening she will come and join us in the Pelican restaurant. We are there most evenings from around about 8 PM, by the way, but we're always there on a Friday and a Saturday. So if you actually really want to see us, perhaps you've got problems, perhaps you are not taking your medication, we will always be there from 8 o'clock on a Friday and a Saturday. But like I say, we are there most evenings, so perhaps venture down. If you see an idiot in a blue hat with a dark pair of sunglasses, sitting right next to him is a blonde beauty who's known as Archie Gracilia Booth, the most beautiful woman in the world, and you're pretty sure that you have found us. So please come and say a big hello. If you fancy a drink, sit down and join us. And you're welcome to come every single night, by the way. Perhaps if you are part of the Nantwich crew, our great friends all the way in downtown Nantwich. Big shout out to the girl in charge. Of course, that is Lady Jessica, to her partner in her crimes, and of course our great friend Lord of the Simon. And a big shout out to their two superstars, of course Princess Meghan and my little mate Gangster Max. We're missing you like crazy, and hopefully you'll manage to find those spondoolies under the bed and come back for a quick week in August. And of course you are booked to come for Christmas. Now I know Christmas seems a long way away, isn't it? But it's not. It literally is just around the corner. So if you are going to be in Paphos over Christmas, we are going to go for Christmas lunch in the Pelican restaurant. If you want to join us, why not? You can either just turn up or perhaps make contact with us a few days before to make sure, but we will be there having some kind of lunch. It won't be a turkey lunch, it may be, I'm thinking it could be calamari, couldn't it? It could be a pork chop, but whatever you fancy, why not come and join us and let's have a party to remember in the spectrality of the sunshine and of course all the blueness in downtown Cato Paphos. So this is downtown Cato Paphos, by the way. That's the Olympic Lagoon Resort right in front of us. That's a 5-star luxury resort hotel, and it sits on the cusp of that blue Mediterranean Sea. Pothole from hell now. Let's see how the big cat, she absorbed her quite well, shall we say. The air suspension is working very nicely. We've got one or two gremlins still in her, and of course one or two people know about that. Of course, my man, Mountain Man, Sir Lee, he just happens to be, well, he's the greatest Land Rover and Jaguar mechanic in the world. So he's going to bring me a little present or two. I'm going to reimburse him, obviously, but he's going to bring me one or two little knickknacks that the Jaguar is missing, like a tyre sensor or two, a fuel sensor, these kind of things. but she's running quite smoothly. She looks absolutely beautiful. I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I was talking to a gentleman last night. Who am I talking about? I'll tell you. Sir Frank, and of course Lady Lillian, all the way from downtown in Scotland. We had a great chat with them in the Paphos Harbour last night. They're going to come and join us on Saturday. Otherwise, we're going to go and hunt them down, and we're going to chew the fat, that's for sure. But he was saying that he worked for Jaguar for many, many years, and he had this love affair with them. And of course, so did all the customers. And then he went to work for Land Rover, and it all fell apart. But of course, if your name is Lord Andy, yeah, he's doing very well out of the problems with Land Rover, shall we say, always needing parts. So to be fair, Purdy the Jaguar has never ever let me down. It's just the odd warning light flashing up, but they're in yellow, so that's nothing really to worry about. And she is beautiful to drive. She wafts along. And I remember last year quite a few people got a lift in her, and there was a few in the back on one evening. There's a gentleman called Baron von Cigar. Well, he was in the back with 4 ladies, and they said to him, "Watch your hands, Baron von Cigar." And of course, sitting in the front seat, out of all the danger, was the Virgin of the show. That's our day now. But I remember when we were walking towards the car, she was very, very concerned that she might be sitting in the back, and Martin's hands may have been wandering because he'd had a pint or two. But of course, he was warned by the greatest accountant in the world, and of course, that's his girl and our girl, Lady Victoria. And we're looking forward to seeing you guys, by the way, when you come back in September, which is literally just around the corner. We are literally on the cusp of the blueness of that blue Mediterranean Sea. That was the Paphos Promenade. Coming up now are some new apartments and hotel complexes, by the way. We haven't stormed this white one on the right, but we will, so don't worry. We're going to go and check it out one of these days. But guess what? This one coming up now, right in front of us, the M Boutique Hotel. If you want a little wander around there, well, come back now a little bit later, and we'll show you the spectacality of the brand new boy on the block in the downtown Paphos Harbour. Don't click off just yet. Very, very soon indeed, we will be getting to the Paphos Harbour area. And I'll tell you what, it's looking absolutely amazing. Do you want to know what time it is? 2 minutes to 12. Do you want to know what temperature it is? 34 degrees. And there's a slight breeze. Humidity at this time of year starts to creep up. So that's what makes it sometimes that little bit uncomfortable if you're walking around. So take it easy. Sit in a bar, sit in a restaurant and sup on a pint or two, and literally digest the beauty and the spectacality of the blue Mediterranean Sea. I'm going to say thank you very, very much for watching, and thank you to each and every one of our family members, and a big, big welcome to all of the new guys that have come in literally in the last few hours. We are absolutely shocked and absolutely stunned, and we thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts, and hopefully you will stick with us on our journey. Hopefully you'll tickle us in the comments, and slowly but surely 1 or 2 of you will obviously get that special title. Downtown Paphos Promenade and Harbour area, it really is a fabulous day. The sky is blue, the sea is blue, Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue. That must mean one thing: all that is missing is you. So come on, get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because Paphos, Cyprus, Marika and me, oh yeah, we're waiting, especially for you. Let's keep going round the back of the harbour area, round past the restaurants. There's a car park at the back, by the way, for those of you who perhaps don't know. But of course, if you are a Durhamite and your name is Sir Dave, and of course there's a Lady Elaine in your life, you got that little tiny bit of information from the channel known as Marika and me. What basically happened, he came down to the harbour with his wife in his hire car, couldn't find a parking space in the main car park, so his wife said, "Oh, come on, let's go somewhere else." He said, no, hold on a moment, I know there's a car park round the back. And she said, "How do you know that?" And he said, "Well, I often sit pillion pilot with Mr. Paul as he drives around, so let's go and have a quick look." Guess what? They got a parking space, and they strutted their stuff in the downtown Paphos Harbour and had the spectacality of a drink and a meal indeed, while they feasted their eyes on that, the blue, 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 blue Mediterranean Sea. Thanks for watching, and of course I will look forward to seeing you again very, very soon indeed. My goodness, where's that big boy cigar? There it is. Lovely. Life doesn't get much better than that.